ladies, it's Friday, April 1st, and before we get into the actual content of this video, I wanted to really quickly go over two things with you. Number one, in case you have somehow missed the previous videos this week, we're starting challenges this week, and I got challenged to talk at Hank Green speeds.
Now obviously I could just do the entire video like this.
That's cheap. So I'm going to do my very best to speak as quickly as I possibly can for the entire length of the video and see how that goes. Number two, the internet at my house is down once again. So once again, I do not know when I will be able to upload this video to YouTube. If I am unable to upload it until tomorrow, I should get punished because that's just ridiculous. Moving on, the theme for this week is books, and I really love talking about books, so let's just jump right into that, shall we? So I could begin by simply going over a list of a few of my favorite books. However, I wanted to start off with one of my favorite concepts from a book that I have read. That concept is the way that books and book appreciation are described in Inkheart. Now, if you've read Inkheart, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, the basic idea is that when we read a book, it becomes tied to us emotionally. Not just the actual story that we have read, but also where we read it, when we read it, what time of year we read it. All those sorts of factors become tied intrinsically with our feeling about that book. Therefore, the main character in the book, whose name I can't remember at this time, has books that she travels with, and these are books that are either her security books, being the ones that she's already previously read and really enjoyed, and remind her of a certain state of mind or a certain emotion that she wants to hang on to for this trip. And also new books that she has not yet read that will absorb the emotions and the essence of the trip that she is about to go on. I myself have 3 security books that I always travel with, even if I am only going to be staying somewhere overnight. These books are Night Watch by Terry Pratchett, The Eternity Code, an Artemis Fowl novel by Ian Colfer, and this is my absolute favorite book of all time, hands down, no question, House Moving Castle by Diana Wynne-Jones. Now, this is certainly not the best book I ever read, however, it is definitely my favorite book that I ever read because it speaks to me on a much, much deeper level than any other book I have previously read. If you girls haven't read Diana Wynne-Jones, I highly recommend her. Her writing is fantastic. And if you haven't read House Moving Castle, I also highly recommend it because Sophie Hatter is a BAMF. I'm also a really big Douglas Adams fan, and while I don't have it here with me right now, Douglas Adams is the author who, whenever I'm in a bad mood or I'm in a sad mood or I just can't sleep for whatever reason, if I read anything from the book that I will link below, which is called The Salmon on Top, whenever I read that, I am happy. I just love his writing. That's what his writing does for me. And the last of my security books is The Stones of Muncaster Cathedral by Robert Westall, which really doesn't even qualify as a full book, I don't think, because it's only 95 pages long, and it's also a horror book, so I think, Kat, you said you don't like horror books, so you wouldn't like this. However, this is the reason that I love scaffolding. Another author, and basically it's just a series of books that I really enjoy, is the Young Wizard series by Diana Wynne-Jones. As I mentioned, I love Artemis Fowl. I have read all of the Artemis Fowl books except for the most recent one, which looks like it's on crack. Another trio of books that I absolutely adore is The Hunger Games, and I'm so excited that some of the ladies on the channel have been reading them, mostly just because I love talking about The Hunger Games and hearing what people have to say about The Hunger Games. Again, link in the doobly-doo if any of you want to see me talking about The Hunger Games on my personal channel. Basically, if I would break down the type of books that I tend to enjoy, it would definitely be young adult and also junior fiction. I strongly enjoy fiction over nonfiction, and I don't think that's something I can really explain very well, except to say that I would just rather read about something that is completely fictional rather than something that happened. So I could really go on about my favorite books forever, but it's really difficult to do it speaking this quickly, so I'm just going to try and wrap up this portion of the video right now. Moving on, it is still challenge week and I may be Friday. However, I still get to choose someone's name. So, names. Whoever's name I unfurl gets to show us something that you do. Be that, like, a hobby that you do, I don't know, doing something that you do, I don't know. Here. I'm sure the challenges will get more creative as time goes on. Oh, Megan! I really can't read that, I'm so sorry. Megan, I missed your beautiful face yesterday, and I'm gonna keep bothering you until you say something, because I miss you and I want to hear more about your life. Love you! One last thing really quickly before I end this video. Small announcement for you ladies. My 1-year vlogiversary is coming up on April 5th, and to celebrate, I'm going to have a Blog TV live show. Link down there. As I said, the live show will be April 5th, and it will begin sometime between 7:30 and 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if any of you ladies wanted to be there, I would really love to have you. Okay, I think that's about it. I will talk to you lovelies next week. Miranda, see you on Monday.